Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Now, this is a little intro just to, basically, I've been filming a lot over the last few months and I've got so much footage. Basically, these vlogs for the next couple of weeks are gonna be a bit mishmash. So I think where we left off before, if you haven't watched last week's video, this is it. So go watch that if you haven't already. It shows you the start of the project of Keegan and I adding new wardrobe doors to the spare room / my office. And this video will start with us getting the handles and doing some of the finishing touches to that room, and then we'll go into all sorts of other mishmash footage. So that's quite hard to say, mishmash. But buckle up, I hope you enjoy. Let's go. Right, it's a few days later. Don't mind me, I've just jumped out the shower. We actually have a kitchen designer coming out in 15 minutes. Keegan's just seeing if he can fit our hardware on our wardrobe doors. So we've got the plinths arriving today. I don't know if we'll do that today, but we'll see. But the hardware has arrived. They are quite expensive. Here they are. Let me show you. So it's the same company that we got the hardware from for our wardrobe doors in our room, and it's literally the same design. This is called knurled. It's the longest one that they do in this design, I believe. But instead of grey, we've gone for antique brass, which it's a lot darker than I expected. They did do brass, which would match this lamp. The lampshade is broken, so I need to buy a new one. And I know white and gold do go quite nicely, but for us, we just thought that was a bit too Essex. So we've gone for antique brass, but ideally, I know this is so fussy, I wanted something in between both of those, because when you put this against the white door, it just looks grey or black even. So it's a bit annoying, but in the sun, as you can see, it's a little bit more golden. But yeah, we're really happy with those. They're quite expensive. We bought 5 and it was about £150, including delivery. But we know they're really good quality. And the thing I've learned with like homewares is that high touch point items you need to splash on. So you can make savings on things that don't get touched a lot. But things like switches, handles, they get touched a lot. Therefore, they get a lot of wear and tear. So you need to sort of invest in that. I'm going to go clean up the kitchen just so it's not looking like a pigsty for when this kitchen designer comes, and I'll leave you to it, darling.
You just
what do you need?
I need you to get out of the way of the laser.
Yeah.
And I need you to tell me if that's going through that bottom line.
The bottom line. I won't go into any more details about the kitchen because it's early doors. Got the Hoover already. Yeah. We don't know the timings. It's the very beginning stages. But yeah, excited to get the plans, but he or she, I don't know, is going to arrive in 11 minutes. So I need to it already is quite tidy and clean, but I just want to hoover the floor because with the dogs, it gets messy, doesn't it? You're so cute.
Do you want to unpack those other ones, please?
Cool. Look at that.
They all need a wipe down.
They all need a wipe down. We need to fill this corner. So the only bit that's out is the house itself, which you wouldn't expect for a new build, but slightly out there. But we could sort of fill that because there's a big gap behind it. So if we put a plank of, white wood there.
Dusty fill gaps.
Dusty fill gaps. But yeah, we got the plinths arriving today. So that's the last little job here. It's annoying that they're not a bit lighter for antique brass. You'd think it would be a bit lighter than that. But I still think it looks good.
It looks better than it did.
Yeah, it does.
A hell of a lot better.
Definitely. It's coming together, this room.
Bed needs making.
Yes. My brother's staying in here later this week, so he's going to be our inaugural guest. No one's really... they have. I was going to say no one's really stayed in here since my bookshelves and the artwork and the doors. But Harry and Johan stayed in here with the books, and so is Christine, so...
Yeah, so once we get the filler bits in...
Yeah.
Happy days.
Happy days. I don't know if I told you about these. These are from the same place we got the ones in our room, from Home Sense. They're really nice. I think I have told you actually, but I'm just repeating myself. But I really like that. It just deadens the noise in the room, makes your bedrooms super cozy than just having, hard artwork, regular artwork. Right, turns out we are doing the plinth.
Have you told them that we're not?
I said that I don't know if we'll be doing it today, but
yes.
I bought a circular saw the other week, which we never actually used, but what?
Do we have no nails and adequately sized screws?
We've got no nails. I don't know what size screws you want.
1¼ inch, please.
Okay, let me have a look. I'm his apprentice.
If you've not bought any, then we don't have any.
Okay. I bought 2-inch ones.
No, they'll poke straight through that.
Oh no. Keegan's just working out the width, basically because we've got one piece which we're going to cut into, one for each side. The dogs are just looking on. Good dogs.
Yeah. This
What?
is going to get cut in half. Not in here, don't outside. This is going to get cut in half and it'll make 2 pieces.
Yeah.
And then we'll have a good edge. This is the front. These are the nice edges, the manufactured edges.
Yeah.
Which will go next to the wardrobe. And then we'll put the cut edge next to the wall. Now when we cut it, we have to cut it with the nice face down. Because when the blade comes out of the wood, it basically splinters all the laminate. And we don't want that.
No.
So,
And to make it even more complicated, we've got skirting boards at the bottom, so Keegan's going to have to like cut a bit out of it as well. That's future Keegan problem in the next 30 minutes, I'd say. Look at them. They're so cute. They love each other. Right. Let's hope this is all even. That's very messy. This is the jiggly bit, is marking it up for the skirting board. I'm so glad I've got you, Keegan, to do all the handiwork. Do you mind where I feel like I don't even bark orders because I'm not bossy, but
no.
I just watch and I support. I've just cleaned these off, didn't I? You do give me jobs and then I never film them.
Sorry, Joel does do Happy Happerton jobs.
I do, I'm moral support. I unboxed this, I got rid of all the rubbish. Like when I did my shelves, I painted them all, varnished them all, I chose the design.
Yeah, she's design.
I'm design, Keegan's muscle, as we all know. Just on a dog walk, and look at these two just sat on the edge of the track. I know, they look a bit like you, don't they? Oh, they're so gorgeous. Those flies must be really irritating. But yeah, the other cows are over there. But these ones are just here. You two are gorgeous. Come on. Come on this way. Bye, cows. Oh, it's been a very busy day today. It's not over yet. It's 3 o'clock. I'm just taking Ava on a walk. Fen didn't want to come, so I've left him fast asleep on our bed upstairs. But yeah, we've had the kitchen design around, so that's exciting. Taken measurements. We've given them an idea of what we think we're looking for. So they're going to do some plans for us, and they've told us about their showroom where we can go and see every single kitchen they have in stock. So we're going to go do that next week, just so we can definitely decide on what we want. Keegan's fitted the handles, the plinths have arrived, but I don't know whether we'll fit that today or not. And by we, I mean Keegan. Oh, hang on, Ava's going to the loo. Today I have just finished filming. I've done 8 Instagram reels, which will also go on TikTok, which I might post here on YouTube Shorts, I don't know. When I get home, I need to finish off some Happy Healthy Homo thumbnails for the clips this week and do all the thumbnails and title for the episodes next week. I also need to write a treatment / brief sort of thing for a brand. I'm working with a brand soon, one I've worked with in the past, but they have given me a brief of what they would like, and then they want me to basically tell them what sort of video I picture them being in and type all that up and then send it across, and they will either say yes, go ahead and film it, look at my hair, or no, can we change this bit, can we change that bit. Yeah, I need to do that this evening, and then I need to read. Now that I post a lot of book content over on my other platforms, the plus side of that is that I get to call reading a bit of my job now. Like, it's tied in with what I do to earn money, therefore when I sit down to read, it's work. But that's also the downside, because I'm like, oh, I don't want it to ruin my hobby. It's like the only hobby I have. I don't want it to ruin that by being like, oh, I've got to read more so that I've got more to talk about online. But then it kind of has to be done. But I'm still enjoying it, so it's not ruined it for me so far. But then that will be my day, basically. I'm trying to get ahead, so I would like to record a few more, because I post once per day on these platforms, which means I've got 10 in the bank. So that's 10 days worth. I still have some to edit that are a bit more complicated, but I would like to get like 2 weeks worth done because I've got stuff that I'm working on behind the scenes, guys, that I haven't told anyone about, but it's finding the time. So I'm like, cool, if I spend this week trying to get all of that content filmed, then it means I could have, let's say, 2 weeks of focusing on these other things that I have going on. So that's the goal. Hello everyone, I don't know what vlog this is going in or where we are. I need to get organised with everything. But I have 3 homewares that I wanted to show you for my little book nook area. And I'll show you in situ. As I've got one of them up here now, I'm like, oh, I don't know about that. So this is the current state of the book nook. Ignore the shelves, we're talking specifically about this area for the minute. As I keep saying, I am going to look at getting the chair reupholstered. Not only, I mean, the colour is all right. It's really uncomfortable, bristly sort of material. I don't know why anyone would upholster a chair in that. But let's leave that for the moment, and therefore don't think about the cushions. I want to get a throw, but not until I've decided on that. So this here was in the living room. And when Keegan and I got the marble cubes, which I will get some footage of and insert here, when we got those, we needed somewhere to put, we needed to basically get rid of this, but we both like it. So what we decided was to put it in the garage until we could decide where to put it. But then I was like, you know what? I'm reusing this chair that was on the 3rd floor of the house, or 2nd floor, depending on which country you're from. And I was like, maybe I could reuse that. So I bought it in here, but the reason I don't like it is because there's so many different wood tones in this house. Well, in this room. So we've got oak furniture that matches the door, including this desk. Then when I did these shelves, I wanted a dark wood effect like this, which I absolutely love. And the initial plan was to stain all of this oak furniture to match, but that's going to be a huge job. And I think what it would do is ruin the finish of this lovely smooth furniture. Even if I did put my own sort of glaze on it, or whatever you call it, varnish, it wouldn't come up as nice. So I don't want to destroy that. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to keep it as it is. But what I can't stand is the 3rd type of wood. This is a very orangey type of wood. So I was like, no, that needs to go. And also it's too high, I think. So I went into HomeSense and saw this, a nice small little, very traditional stool. It's a bit more like the shelf colour, but I was like, you know what? I could easily, because it's quite small, strip it and use the same wood dye that I used for the shelves. I also like how sort of plain it is, and it's very simple. But now that I've got it in the room, I haven't put it in place yet. We're going to do that together. But now that I've got it in the room, I'm like, oh, I don't know if it's too small. So let's do it. So I don't want this plant here anyway. There's not going to be room for everything. I'm going to find a different place for the plant. So all it needs to house is my lamp, which I got from Dusk, which is a rechargeable lamp. So you just charge it up whenever it's low on battery, and then you don't need wires, which I absolutely love. So let's move this and then put this in situ. Let's test it this way around. And for anyone that's worried, I had loads of people going, what if you hit your head? On camera, it looks a lot closer than it is. Look. See how far away I am. And we tested Keegan in this because he's 6'4" and I'm only 5'11". Even he doesn't hit his head. And it's because this chair, you can't see it. The chair is so low that no matter what you do, you can never hit your head on it. Even 6'4" Keegan was nowhere near. So yeah, that's not an issue. But yeah, let's try it this way around. Oh, I do like that. It's less invasive. Now this room, as you can see, we want it the creative boho sort of room, you know, the room you come in when you want to be creative and you want a bit of fun. And so I want this room to be filled with a bit of whimsy. Hence why I got these brackets that are very whimsical. Lots of you know giraffes are my favourite animal, and I saw this. I got it in a shop called The Range. It was $8.99. It's not intended as a bookend. However, I thought it might work as a bookend. It's not that heavy, so I am a bit concerned about that. But I love giraffes. I think this is so whimsical. It's the sort of thing, basically, I would like my shelves to look a little bit like in a big country home, and you've got the crazy owner of the house. Maybe he's a nutty professor in a way, or probably not professor. Maybe he's a screenwriter or an artist, and he's got books upon books upon books. And on his shelves, you've got all sorts of curious things that he's collected from his travels. And I just want it to be a bit like that. My style is not sleek and boring. Do you know what I mean? You see all these people's houses nowadays, no offense to everyone, they're just so boring and void of personality. They're all grey, they're all clean and fresh, clean cut. And I'm like, that's not what I want. I want a home that brings me joy. And I do want it to look nice, but I would like it to have personality. So I thought, this is the sort of thing you might find on a shelf of a crazy, eccentric old person who, you know, when I'm retired, that's what I want people to go, oh my gosh, Joel is crazy. Anyway, so let's see where we can find a spot for him. So just as an example, let's hope he fits on the shelves. Oh, he does. I don't necessarily want him there. His ear is hitting the bracket. I don't know whether you put him sort of that way. Oh my gosh, I love it. Or he could go maybe in the middle here, center stage. Oh, I love it. Yes. What a find. Or maybe he goes on the end here. I've got my horseshoe that I got when I was a kid. Let me pop. Or this way. No, it doesn't fit that way. No, not there. Anyway, this is the sort of thing I'd like from my shelves. I want them to be whimsical and fun. And the final thing I got was this plant pot, which is blue. It looks black. They've got blue stripes. It's like a ribbed effect. I wanted one of these ages ago. I didn't buy it when I saw it in TK Maxx, and it had straight edges. Then I saw this today and I was like, I'm going to get it, because I always go in Home Sense. I'm like, oh, I don't need to get it now because it'll be there for ages. But then they don't. They sell out. This was $9.99. Bargain. So I don't know where I'm going to put it. This one already has a plant pot, but let's see if it fits, for example. I don't know what we're going to do with this. This is quite heavy. Hang on, let me hoik it up. We'll find somewhere for it eventually. I mean, there is the potential that on the second, third floor, whatever, second floor, we're in the UK, Joe. On the second floor, the kids' level of the house, there is scope to, that's where the chair was, put another chair there, another side table, you never know. Or I was thinking of putting some more bookshelves there because I'm already running out of space. Hello everyone, welcome back. So it's the next day. I've been so busy today. It's lunchtime, it's nearly 1 o'clock. So I'm gonna go have my lunch after this. But I went to my PO box this morning and picked up a whole bunch of parcels. So I thought I'd open them on camera. I haven't done that in ages. But yeah, I've just been, you know, when on top of all your workload, you've got all the boring life admin stuff that crops up that you could do without. For example, when I was parking at my PO box, I accidentally parked somewhere that I shouldn't. So I got a parking ticket. So I've just paid that. My car 2 years ago when I first got it, the windscreen cracked a little bit. So I got Auto Glass Repair out and they repaired it. And then I got in the car yesterday and the crack had gone like that. Admittedly, it lasted an extra 2 years, but I've just requested a repair for next Friday. I'm claiming on my insurance because I think they told me last time that, you know, if I needed it repaired, it's going to be about £1,000. But then my parents were like, you've probably got insurance that covers that. So anyway, it's just all the boring admin stuff. Anyway, I did open one of these parcels in the car because I got excited. It was a parcel from Penguin Random House, and I was like, what? So they sent me this new book called Sunstruck, which is really nice. I've not heard of this book before. It sounds like this would have been a really good summer read. I'm still obviously going to read it, but it's just maybe I'll save it for next summer. But it's set in the sizzling hot south of France in a mansion. So yeah, that does look very, very good. Came out in May, so this might have been at my PO box for a while. Joel, I know you love reading and so hoped you might enjoy this beautiful debut novel. The Sunday Times called it this summer's hottest read. I'm gutted I've missed it, but I will give it a read. Maybe I will read it in the depths of winter when I'm dying for some escapism. But thank you so much, Penguin. I feel honoured that you sent me anything. Oh my gosh, Cheryl, thank you so much. Oh, I love a handwritten letter. Keep that art form alive, darling. She has sent these for Keegan, some WWE SmackDown cards. This is so cool. Just like retro cards. Oh my gosh, that reminds me of being a kid. That is so cool. I will pass them on to him. Oh, so this is a package from a company called Ricicle Cards. So this is a man called David. He's got a small LGBTQ plus small business, and he creates colourful and contemporary greetings cards. And he knows how much I love sending greetings cards. So he sent me a bundle. He did reach out and said, would you like any? And which ones? And I just said, I would love some, but just any. Mystery. You choose. Oh my gosh, that's gorgeous. Look at the croissants. That is gorgeous. Happy birthday. A pina colada recipe. I love that. Oh, seashell one. Look at that edge. I love little details like that. We've got tons of happy birthday. I love this. We used to sneak out of our houses to go to parties. Now we sneak out of parties to go home. Happy birthday. That is so true. Although have I ever snuck out of my house? Probably not. But the sentiment is true. These are stunning. Oh, I love that. Happy birthday, hot stuff. Another year with me. How did you get so lucky? That sounds sarcastic, but it's not. Love you. Aw. Some Christmas ones. Oh my gosh, I love that. Look at that. These are so nice. Thank you so much, David. They are going to keep me going. So this is my card drawer. And what cards do I currently have in here? And I like to keep a stash. So I've got a brother birthday card, happy birthday. So I love keeping these just so I've got them for any occasion. Either I'll buy them for a specific, at the start of the year, I might be like, oh, I'll buy all my birthday cards that I need. But quite often I don't have, like, there's a with sympathy card in here. Amazing. So if you're after some cards, go check out Ricicle Cards. Lovely. Thank you so much, David. So this is from David Brims, he says, I love old buildings and architecture and property porn. And I know you do too. So I've sent you some books on Art Deco in Miami. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm fascinated by Miami Art Deco. If any of you have ever been to Miami, especially South Beach, there are so many gorgeous buildings. And David has sent me books all about the architecture. Thank you so much. It's something I really want to do, is sit down and learn about it, as I think I've told you before. And I did buy a book all about different architectural features so I could learn about it. But I also have my dad to go to for that, so I can talk to him about that. This is cool. The Bay Area Reporter, serving the gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgender and queer community since 1971. That's very cool. I'll have to have a read of that later. I find it so interesting reading newspapers from different places. Do any of you do that when you go on holiday? I just have a little look at the newspapers. Oh my days. Whoever this is from. Who did it say? DJ Nelson. Thank you for that. You know I love an Oreo. It's not going to go well with my diet, is it? Fine, I'll break my diet for C's candy. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. You know how much I love C's candy. Keegan is going to be over the moon with this as well because he loves it too. I've not seen one that's specific to an area before though. San Francisco. Lovely. That is something on my to-do list. Keegan's been. I've never been. But thank you for this. So it must be Bay Area in San Francisco. I'm with you. Ah, there's a letter. Brilliant. I love a letter. Thank you, Don. That is so, so kind. That's going to keep us going for a while. Ooh, this is from the perfume shop. Thank you. Azzaro Forever Wanted. Oh my gosh, you know how much I love an aftershave. So this was for Father's Day. It's a woody, fruity, and leathery perfume. Its leather notes merge with the addictive allure of red fruits. Wow. I'm going to have to give that a good old sniff. And I think we've actually got a second one here, also from the perfume shop. Oh, we have Intuition by Aramis as well. A woody green neo-fougere. Is that how you pronounce it? This energizing men's cologne boosts feelings of energy with emotion-enhancing molecules. I need some of that. Let me sniff the first one first, and then get some energy boosting. Oh, that's a stunning bottle. Oh, that's lovely. It does smell a bit like leather. But when I read that, I was like, oh, I don't think I want a leathery smell. That's really nice. Oh, I love it. Maybe that'll end up being a new fave. Thank you so much. And now for some energy boosting from Aramis. Lovely little bottle there. Let's do it on the other wrist. Oh, that is fresh. Completely different to that. That feels like cozy. You're sat on an old Chesterfield sofa in front of the fire, eating a bowl of fruit. And this smells like you're next to water. You're by the beach. Oh, I love that. I'm normally quite fussy with scents, but so far, that's 3 scents this year that the perfume shop has sent me, and they've nailed it every year. I'm wearing the Ralph Lauren one today that smells a bit like blackberries. Gorgeous. Thank you so much for that. Oh my gosh, I've got loads of snacks in here. These onion rings are some of my favourite that you get in America. I love an onion ring, but the rule is me and Keegan both have to eat them because otherwise one of us stinks of onion. Oh my days. Tackies. Love a tacky. Do you know what? Tackies reached out and wanted to work with me, but then I never heard anything back. I was like, I love Tackies. I'd love to work with you. Ruffles. I know that's a big brand in America, isn't it? Love Doritos. Cheez-Its. Oh my gosh. We've got some sour trolleys. Not heard of them before. Lifesavers. I've heard of them. I love them. And we've got some Skittles, M&Ms, and Reese's. Oreo. I have never seen Oreo Reese's before. Wow. Look at that. I've never seen those. Wow. And then a book. The Charm Offensive. Who is this from? I'm going out on a limb and sending you one of my favourite queer rom-coms that is so sweet and very full of heart. That's so funny. Who's it from? I still haven't seen a name. Still haven't seen a name, but they said that this is one of their favourite books. They were like, I know you don't like smut, but I'm going to send you one of my favourite ones, and it's only mild on the smut and romance. So thank you very much. And they said they sent all of these snacks to help get me through the grief of losing my granddad. And they said by the time this reaches you, I hope that you're feeling better. Yeah, I am feeling a lot better. I feel like it's something that's never gonna, like, grief isn't something that goes away, is it? It's just your life sort of grows around it and you learn to live with it. So yeah, snacks will go a long way. So thank you very much for sending that and the book. That's it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really appreciate you spending time with me. I'm really loving getting back into doing YouTube again. I know this year it's been a bit on and off with my YouTube vlogging because there's been lots of other things stealing my attention, but I really want to give YouTube my all because it's one of my favorite platforms. If not, it's been my most favorite platform for years. And I've sort of, you know, it's gone up and down, but I do love it. And I'm such a YouTube viewer. I watch YouTube every day. And I'm like, you know what? I need to get back on it. So thank you for bearing with. Subscribe if you're new here. I post videos every single week. And if you'd like to become a channel member as well, I post members only, bonus videos. I go into a bit more depth about things. If you want really up-to-date news, that's where I give it. That sounds weird. That's where I relay the news. Anyway, I'm waffling now. Thank you for watching. I hope you're having a great week, and I'll see you soon.